Hello, I am live now. Hi guys, it's Elisa here with Lifestyle Lighthouse at lifestylelighthouse.com, and I am going to run this live, and it's going to be about how music can reduce your anxiety without breaking the bank. So this week on March 21st, 2019, Google dedicated its homepage doodle to Bach. And if you don't know, Bach is a world-renowned German composer and musician. So the cool thing about this Google Doodle is that it is the first AI-powered doodle, and as I will demonstrate at the end of this video, the Bach Google Doodle here, this allows you to create a set of musical notes. You can customize the key, you can customize the tempo, which is the speed, and you can customize the style. So that means that you can change it like from a lullaby or to like a rock style even, and it will automatically create a musical melody that harmonizes with what you've made and what you've customized it to be. And now, not only is this fun to experiment with, because trust me, I've done that and plenty of people have as well, but all of the melodies that I came up with were surprisingly soothing. And I even tried to create horrible sounding combinations with like the rock option selected, but the AI still managed to turn my poorly intended notes into a pretty satisfying melody that seamlessly loops over and over and over again, so that it really truly sounds like a really nice piece of music. Now, the most exciting part for me personally was to be able to download each piece so that I could keep the most soothing ones to help with my anxiety. And that's what I want to talk about. So this fun Google Doodle made me realize that music can play a really huge role in reducing anxiety. But I didn't just realize this, I did some research on it. So in 2005, Dr. Marie Cook and other nurses with PhDs published a clinical study that investigated music and its effect on anxiety in short waiting periods. So the reason they wanted to start this study was because nurses have used music as an intervention before to relieve pain, discomfort, and anxiety in many clinical settings, but they wanted to see how effective music really is for decreasing anxiety in short-term waiting periods, such as day surgery. And they essentially concluded that despite recommending more research on this topic, if music can be one of the music can be one of the most simple, cost-effective ways to reduce anxiety before big procedures like surgeries, or they even mentioned something down here that said invasive investigations. I'm not sure if they imply criminal investigations. I'm not exactly sure if that's what they mean. I think they mean mostly medical stuff, but they concluded that music can be one of the most simple, cost-effective ways to reduce anxiety before big events like surgery. And a similar study published in 2010 explored the effect of music on the anxiety of women waiting for breast biopsies. And the study found that the anxiety and respiratory rates of the patients who completed 20 minutes of music before their biopsies were significantly lower than patients who didn't have musical treatment before their biopsies. And honestly, this isn't a new revelation. Researchers have been studying the effects of music on anxiety for decades. So this one study that I gave you a sneak peek of, this one was published in 1989, and it showed results of Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. So this study showed results that respiration rates, blood pressure, and back then they had anxiety test scores, were significantly lower after people listened to just 20 minutes of sedative music. It says here, I think. Yep, right here. Sedative music. So, oh my goodness, I blanked out. So this study, they had people had all of these things, these vitals that they measured. They were significantly lowered after people listened to just 20 minutes of sedative music on a cassette player. And that's how long they've been doing research on this. They might have been doing research on this for longer. These are just studies that I found that pertain to the medical field specifically, because I feel like that has a more direct implication towards the environment where anxiety is more commonly found in a controlled environment. So if that makes sense. So the point is that music can significantly reduce your anxiety levels. And yes, all of the examples I've given you have applied to patient situations before medical procedures, but there's another study that was published in 2004 that explicitly said that patients should be encouraged to use sedative music as an adjuvant to medication during the chair test. So this is it. And if you don't know what the chair test is, you can read this study and it'll give you a little more detail into it. But essentially, if music can help that much in a stressful medical environment, you can only imagine how much it can help your anxiety on a daily basis. Now, my favorite part of the fact that science has strong implications that music can reduce anxiety is that music is so cost effective. It's cheap if not free. And on the smallest scale, you can use free tools like the Google AI Google Doodle from Bach, and you can make harmonized tunes that loop endlessly. And the options with that free tool are limitless. That this Google Doodle even gives you the option to change the style to sound like a lullaby, to make it more soothing. You can make it more upbeat by changing the speed. You can have it turn into a different style with different keys. It also allows you to just reharmonize a melody that you've already created. And best of all, you can download all of the melodies that you make with it into their own files. And so maybe you don't have access to musical therapy, maybe you can't afford it, or honestly, maybe you don't really need it right now. But the fact that you can access honestly an unlimited resource of music through the internet can be a daily lifesaver for a lot of us who struggle with anxiety every single day. And so let me know what you guys think. This is a quick live that I wanted to do. I didn't want to take up too much of your time with research studies, so I didn't give that much detail into all of them because I know it can get pretty bland, but let me know what you guys think. What are your experiences with music and anxiety? Maybe some types of music actually give you anxiety, and maybe it doesn't help as much as you'd like. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think about this new Google Doodle 2. I personally love it, and I've been using it ever since it came out. And in case you're curious, I did put the links to this Bach Google Doodle and to all of these research studies in the description of this live video. So please check them out if you're more curious about these research studies. And there are obviously more studies, but I only chose 4 and I only briefly went through them just so I wouldn't bore you with them. So at this time, I'm going to play a little demonstration of the Bach Google Doodle that I recorded yesterday. I'm not sure if it's going to work. And actually, I don't think it is because the sound that my live is coming through is through the microphone. So I'll actually post that demonstration that I recorded yesterday after this live video is published. And yeah, so you'll be able to see how I used it, or you can just go to this link and you can play with it yourself. But I will upload a demonstration so that you can see how it is. So have a good day, guys, and let me know what you think, and hope you guys sleep better and feel better as always. Bye-bye.